Samsung's Note 20 Ultra is the best looking phone we have seen to date. The elegant curves, the mesmerizing color scheme, and the vibrant 120Hz display simply breathtaking. This is why its sibling, the Note 20, is ignored completely. Despite looking fairly similar, the smaller Note 20 doesn't have a glossy glass rear. Instead, it's made from plastic, very good looking but still plastic. But if you're able to keep an open mind, you are able to see the appeal in the said drawback. Since it has a 6.7-inch screen instead of a 6.9-inch one, it's smaller and more manageable to hold. In fact, it's a little easier to handle with one hand compared to the gigantic and bulkier Ultra. It's much lighter too, which only adds to the convenience. This coupled with a smaller form factor will appeal to people who require something a little more pocketable than what the Ultra can deliver. But apart from this, there's a very little difference between it and the Ultra. The Note 20 has an amazing 120Hz display. It produces crisp photos and videos, which makes boring content somewhat bearable to watch. But the smoothness that the 120Hz refresh rate offers completes the snappiness of the Exynos 990. It provides for an extremely responsive experience, especially when gaming. But if you would like to conserve the battery power, you can reduce the refresh rates to 60Hz. But doing so will dilute the experience somewhat. Unlike its most expensive sibling, the Note 20 only gets 8GB of RAM, as well as a tripod camera that don't quite match the Ultra. But in the real world, it's difficult to tell them apart. That's because it's really good. The phone simply doesn't struggle no matter how hard it's pushed. The camera array, which consists of 64-megapixel telephoto, a 12-megapixel wide and ultra-wide, are able to capture some stunning images. The relative details and the depth that can be captured is impressive. The Ultra has a slight edge over it, but unless the results are placed side by side, it's difficult to spot a tangible difference. Like the Ultra, it supports eye actions and other features. The smaller 4300 mAh battery of the Note 20 should offer about a day worth of usage. However, it depends entirely on you. If you're using the phone with the brightness set to high, you are going to be charging it more often. Having spent about a week with the phone, I can confidently say you aren't losing much by choosing it instead of the Ultra. Yes, the premium feeling isn't there, but the glossy plastic panel isn't that bad. It's significantly lighter and more durable than glass. There is no doubt that the Ultra is a better phone, but there is a case for the Note 20 because by buying it instead of the Ultra, you save a little bit more money, get more compact device that is easy to handle, feels a lot lighter, but still looks pretty decent. If this fits your criteria, it's best to test both phones before you make a purchase. The Note 20 has a lot going for it, provided you're willing to keep an open mind.